Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a moment of raw truth. A moment where we strip away all excuses, all distractions, and all fears. Today we're diving into what it means to be bulletproof. What does it take to become the toughest version of yourself? To rise above every obstacle, every setback, and every limitation that life throws at you. The toughest people alive aren't born, they're made. They don't let pain stop them, they use it as fuel. They don't wait for opportunities, they create them. They don't fear failure because they know failure is just another step on the ladder to success. This speech is about becoming unshakable, unstoppable, and absolutely bulletproof. By the time you finish listening, you'll have the tools to face any challenge head on and emerge stronger than ever. Let's get started. Life will knock you down, it's inevitable. Whether it's a personal loss, a professional setback, or a dream that feels out of reach, everyone faces moments of doubt. But here's the difference between those who succeed and those who give up. The toughest people alive refuse to stay down. Pain is temporary. It might feel unbearable in the moment, but it doesn't last forever. Quitting, on the other hand, leaves a permanent mark. When you quit, you carry that regret with you for the rest of your life. The toughest man alive knows this truth. Every second you endure is one step closer to victory. Pain is the price of greatness. Pay it willingly. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Too many people settle for mediocrity because it's easier than striving for excellence. They choose Netflix over self-improvement, excuses over effort, and short-term pleasure over long-term rewards. But the toughest man alive isn't satisfied with comfort. He craves growth. He hungers for success so intensely that he's willing to sacrifice sleep, leisure, and even relationships if necessary. This hunger drives him to wake up early, stay late, and keep pushing when others quit. Ask yourself, are you truly hungry or are you just talking about it? Do you want success badly enough to endure the grind? Remember, comfort zones don't produce champions. They produce spectators. Success belongs to those who are willing to suffer for it. Excuses are the nails used to build the coffin of your potential. Every time you blame your circumstances, your resources, or your environment, you're building walls around your ability to grow. The toughest man alive takes full responsibility for his life. He doesn't make excuses, he finds solutions. If he lacks knowledge, he learns. If he lacks skills, he practices. If he lacks support, he builds his own network. There's no room for victim mentality when you're aiming to be bulletproof. When challenges arise, and they will, the toughest man alive doesn't ask, why me? Instead, he asks, what's next? That shift in perspective changes everything. Stop explaining why you can't. Motivation is like a spark. It ignites action, but it burns out quickly. Discipline, on the other hand, is the fire that keeps burning long after motivation fades. The toughest man alive doesn't rely on feelings to get things done. He relies on habits. He shows up every day, whether he feels like it or not. He follows a routine, sets boundaries, and eliminates distractions. Discipline becomes his armor, protecting him from procrastination and self-doubt. Building discipline starts small. Start by committing to one non-negotiable habit, waking up early, working out daily, or reading consistently. Over time, these small actions compound into extraordinary results. Discipline is the foundation of toughness. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the journey. The toughest man alive sees failure as feedback, not defeat. Each setback teaches him something new, bringing him closer to his goals. Consider the story of an inventor who spent years perfecting his product. His first prototype failed miserably. So did his second, third, and fourth attempts. But instead of giving up, he analyzed each failure, learned from it, and kept going. Eventually, his persistence paid off, and he revolutionized his industry. The key is to reframe failure. Instead of seeing it as proof that you're not good enough, see it as evidence that you're trying. Every failure brings you one step closer to success. Failure is not fatal, it's feedback. Your environment shapes your mindset. If you surround yourself with negative, unmotivated people, you'll adopt their energy. On the other hand, being around driven, resilient individuals inspires you to raise your standards. The toughest man alive seeks out warriors, people who challenge him, support him, and hold him accountable. These are the individuals who push him to go further, dig deeper, and aim higher. If you want to be bulletproof, evaluate your circle. Who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? Do they elevate you or do they drag you down? Choose wisely, because your network determines your net worth, not just financially, but mentally and emotionally. You become the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. To move forward with purpose, you need clarity. What exactly do you want to achieve? Why does it matter to you? How will you measure success? Without clear answers to these questions, it's easy to lose focus and momentum. Take the time to define your vision. Write it down. Break it into smaller, actionable steps. For example, if your goal is to start a business, outline the specific tasks you need to complete each week. Clarity gives you direction, and direction breeds confidence. When you know exactly where you're going, obstacles become less intimidating. You see them for what they are: temporary roadblocks, not dead ends. Clarity leads to confidence. Vagueness leads to chaos. Success isn't achieved overnight. It's built day by day, action by action. The toughest man alive understands the power of consistency. He shows up every single day, even when progress feels slow. Imagine climbing a mountain. At first, the path seems steep and endless, but with each step, you gain elevation. Before you know it, you've reached the summit. That's how consistency works. Small, repeated efforts compound over time, creating massive results. Don't underestimate the impact of showing up. Even if you only take one small step today, it's still moving you closer to your goal. Consistency creates momentum. Momentum creates breakthroughs. Being bulletproof isn't just about personal achievement. It's about leaving a lasting impact. The toughest man alive knows that true greatness comes from contributing to something larger than himself. Whether it's mentoring others, solving problems, or simply being kind, your legacy matters. Ask yourself, what mark do you want to leave on the world? How do you want to be remembered? When you focus on serving others, you tap into a deeper sense of purpose. Your struggles become meaningful because they're tied to a greater mission. Legacy is the ultimate measure of success. Let's summarize the key lessons. Pain is temporary, quitting lasts forever. Hunger over comfort drives extraordinary results. Excuses are the enemy of progress. Discipline is the foundation of toughness. Failure is feedback, not defeat. Surround yourself with warriors who elevate you. Clarity creates confidence, and consistency builds momentum. Legacy defines true greatness. As we close this speech, remember this: becoming bulletproof isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about facing them head on and emerging stronger. You already have everything you need to succeed. All that's left is to take action. So I leave you with this question. What's one thing you can do today to prove to yourself that you're tougher than any obstacle? Don't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Start now. Thank you for joining me on this journey toward becoming bulletproof. Now go out there, face your fears, and show the world what you're made of. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Success Mindset.